Hello, my name's Robin Leslie, and I am the founder of OnlyTheInspired.com. So, this was created by many things happening all at once. First of all, I was a relationship coach, and I had been spending years trying to figure out how to market myself. So I'd buy this course and this course, trying to learn how to do webinars, trying to learn how to do sales funnels, trying to learn how to do memberships, trying to learn how to do the Ask method. And so many different courses that I bought were all to teach me basically how to set up my business, how to market myself. Most of it was marketing. And I'm a creative, so I want to be the one that creates the courses. I want to be the one that helps the people. And so I had learned lots on how to market myself, and then realized that I was spending all of my time taking courses on how to market versus actually coaching. And I realized that there were many coaches that were with me in the same program. So it wasn't just me spending money. It was just tons of coaches desperate to get their word out, but having to learn the marketing and sales funnels and all that before they could actually get out there, and realizing that it's a red ocean. If you've ever read the Blue Ocean, it's an amazing book, but it talks about red oceans where it's just like a Shark Tank, where it's a red ocean because everybody's competing with each other and nobody's collaborating. And so I love the collaboration. I wanted to create a space, and it has multiple different aspects to it. So, number one, I wanted to create a space for coaches to be able to coach on whatever the heck they want to coach on, whether it is relationships or business or yoga or art. We have been taught going through the marketing that you have to pick one niche, that you have to pick one thing. And the reason for that, and it makes total sense, the reason for that is so that your marketing can talk to that ideal client, that your marketing could solve one specific problem. But if you're multi-passionate, why would you have to pick, right? So I'm a life coach, a strategic intervention coach, and I picked relationship coaching because I know everybody really has a human need to be in love. Doesn't mean that's the only thing I could coach on, but that's the one that I had picked because I thought I had to pick one. So I hope you understand where I'm going with this. And so there's a lot of frustration for a lot of coaches out there. They're creatives, they're not techies. And so they have to learn not only how to build a website, which they have some pretty cool stuff, but how to connect the website to a Zapier, to a PayPal, to a ActiveCampaign, to whatever. You have to connect so many different tools to try and get everything to work. And so you're spending so much of your time doing something that you're not good at, right? You're good at coaching, you're good at getting your message out, but you're not necessarily good at marketing unless you do marketing or unless you teach marketing. But most of us, well, I can't say most of us, a lot of us teach other things besides marketing. And so that was one of the things. I wanted to have a place where coaches could be on a site where they could be seen and they could coach, they could do what they're good at, do what their strengths are, versus having them to fight for the same customers everybody else wants, right? So I wanted to have a Netflix style membership place where you pay one price and you get access to all the different coaching, right? So I was being taught at this one point, it was like the pivot. I was so far in debt. I was strapped. My bills were like $7,000 a month as a single mom, and I was just absolutely stressed out. But I knew this next marketing course that I got, this next one was going to be the one that put me over. It was going to be the one that would make all the money back. And I've seen I've seen how so many other people make 25,000 in a month. It's like, oh, that just one of those months would pay off all of my debt, all of my courses, right? And so I found myself desperate to learn that one thing that was going to make it all different. And then I was being taught by a coach to charge $1,000 a month, right? So I started doing all of these calls with these people, and these people are on the verge of losing their marriage. A lot of them, they were living in separate houses and they're just totally stressed. Now the finances weren't just one household. Now it was two households. And hey, I could help you with your relationship, but you have to pay me $1,000 a month. And there's no guarantee that I'm going to help that relationship work out, because you can't guarantee something like that when you're dealing with two people, right? And I just, in my gut, felt dirty. Trust me, I've paid thousands of dollars for coaching, and it was well worth it. But I also know what it's like to feel desperate for help and not having the money to do it. And so I didn't only want to help those people that had the $1,000 a month laying around, right? I didn't want to only help those people. I want to help everybody. And so say somebody pays $1,000 a month for the relationship part, but then they also need coaching on the business part. And they also need coaching on their health, because their health is going down south, because they're miserable, because their relationship's all screwed up, right? And so not only for the coaches wanting to get their word out, spending all this money on marketing and trying to market themselves, there's also all the people that need the help, but just absolutely can't afford to pay for a relationship coach and a business coach and this coach and that coach, because it just is way, way, way too expensive. So I wanted to have a place where you could get access to all these different kinds of coaches for one price, right? And I'm also an inspired person. And so I wanted to have a place. Sometimes when you're inspired, you might be the only person that is inspired. So I would go to a Tony Robbins event, which is my ultimate happy place, and I'd be surrounded by 8,000 people just excited about life. And I've walked on fire 4 times, and then I'd come home to my day job, and nobody around me nobody understands what I'm talking about. Why in the hell would I go and walk across 2,000-degree hot coals? Why would I be up and hardly get any sleep for 4, 5, 6, 7 days in a row because I'm, working on myself? Nobody understood that. And then when I would talk to them about business or whatever, a lot of them don't understand funnels or whatever. And so it becomes a very lonely place. If you're not surrounded by other people who are inspired, who are like-minded, then it could be a very, very lonely place. And so I wanted to have a place. And I realized, because they talk about in marketing, they talk about what is your ideal client? Who is your ideal client? And I had worked with people in relationships that I knew did not think like me. And the concept for them to think like me, it just didn't fit. It came to me that the people that I want to work with, the people that I am drawn to help and to be around, are inspired people who want to have an amazing life, people who know that they're meant for greater things, people that know that they are meant for amazing things, that they need to build a business, or they need to help somebody, or just to get better at being themselves. And you don't have to be somebody who wants to start your own business. An inspired person is somebody who feels obligated to become the best person that they want to be. I believe that we're all put on this earth to become the best humans that we can be in our own way. And so we all have different ways of doing that. But to be supported and, maybe have somebody who knew they have this burning desire to do something bigger and better, something that inspires them, something that they can make an impact on, and know that they don't have that support at home. I wanted to create a space where people could come and come out of the closet and say, I want to be a coach, or I want to start my own business, and not have people laugh at them, not have people say, that's never going to work. But, why would you do that? And nobody's going to buy anything from you. We all need cheerleaders, and sometimes you don't get that at home. Sometimes you don't get that at work, right? So where do you get that? You have to surround yourself by like-minded people. And so Only the Inspired is for coaches who want to coach, who want to make a difference, but who don't want to be strapped with the techie stuff or buying all the marketing stuff just to get some clients to be able to coach to, right? And I want it for the inspired people to have somebody around them when they say, I want to become a coach, or I want to start my own business. Have other people around you. How can we help you, or give you ideas and support you and cheer you on, and vice versa? And I wanted a place where the coaches can collaborate with the members, right? Because you never know who's in the crowd. You never know. And sometimes a seed will be planted by a coach, and then that will blossom into something big. Or you can have, I love collaboration versus competition, right? So I am totally cool if we have 50 relationship coaches on the same website. You know why? Because they're all going to teach something different. Some of them will teach single women 45 and up. Some of them will teach divorced people. Some of them will teach dating. Some of them will teach married couples. And even if they teach the same target market, they're going to teach it in a totally different way, right? So there is no competition, right? They're each going to be different. And you might not totally like this one person's personality, but you love this one, and who cares if they're all on one site, right? And you get access to all of those when you're on onlytheinspired.com. And I've always desperately, since I was a little kid, wanted to make an impact on the world, right? I remember when I was little and watching, I'm getting emotional, watching those videos of the starving little kids in Ethiopia and not being able to help them, right? So charities is such a huge part of this. So I want to be able to donate lots and lots and lots of money to all sorts of charities. And I want the members and the coaches to actually recommend those charities. And it could be a family who just lost their home in a house fire, or it could be Pencils of Promise. It could be starving kids. It could be, charities to help bring clean water to different countries, whatever. So that is a huge, huge part of it. Along with the coaches, right? The coaches now will have a place to have their courses and live coaching. So I forgot to mention that part. So I don't only want to have courses on the site, right? Because there's lots of places that have courses on the site. I want to have live coaching on the site, right? Where you can actually ask the coach questions, or you could get on a Zoom call and actually go through this process with the coach instead of just reading or listening to a course. And with the coaches, on top of not having to worry about marketing, because the site's going to market for you, the site's going to bring in all the people, and so you're going to have this huge amount of audience that you might not have targeted on your own, right? But I also want to be able to pay those coaches a healthy annual income, so it eliminates all of their stress. I don't want them to just be on the site and give away their course for free. No, they need to be able to earn an income, and whether that's their full-time income or supplemental income, I'm cool with that. Another thing about onlytheinspired.com is I want people to connect and collaborate, whether it be the members with the coaches, whatever, coaches with coaches. I don't want it to be a site where there's lots of pitches, right? So I want it to be a pitch-free site, but at the same time, allow you guys to connect and collaborate with each other. And then outside of the site, connect, sell whatever you want. If you want, I don't want to limit anybody, right? I don't want to limit anybody with their business. I want to provide great value for the members that are here on the site. I want to create great value for the coaches and create an income for the coaches so they could feel free to coach whatever they want. And I want to donate big amounts to charity. I want to have live events. I want to have live events where the coaches actually get to be on a stage for the first time, right? I want for those members to finally be able to meet each other in person and just, I want it to be a family. I want it to be amazing. And I know it will be. It's a win-win for absolutely everybody. And it goes so deep. And I at some point, I'm not sure when, but I also want money not to be an issue for anybody. If somebody really wants to be on the site and can't afford the $127 a month, I want them to be able to actually earn an income, right? So I will have affiliates where you can promote the site and you can create an income for yourself. So as a member or as a coach, you could also create an income. And so it's just a win-win situation. But I wanted to give you a little insight of where all that came from and why I created Only the Inspired. It's to help everybody. So anyways, I appreciate your time. I am Robin Leslie. I'm the founder, and I'm super excited that you're here with me. Okay, thank you.